Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Super Deluxe Gamescast. It is Thursday, the 15th of September. We're halfway through the month, and I don't know about you guys, but I have no fucking idea what we're going to talk about tonight. It has been an extremely uneventful week to the point where we have had to scrape the bottom of the barrel for topics, and I guess.
We're releasing SDGC themed NFTs today. We're gonna go through all of them.
Yeah, right. Don't you fucking put that shit out into the world.
The SDGC Stars program.
Yeah, absolutely. That deep baritone you hear is Josh. He's back. What's up, dude?
What's going on?
Hey, buddy.
I always
Josh,
like hanging out with y'all.
Josh, I do mean it when I say that you've got a smooth, deep baritone. Like it's very, very it's very soothing, but also like authoritative.
Punchy.
Yeah, punchy. That's a good way. Don't ever do that again.
I actually have a fist at the end of my tongue.
Like a xenomorph. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like the alien, but it's just a little bitty fist that goes
right.
This is already getting really weird. Dude, the stuff you've been doing with your Final Fantasy Tactics play is really fucking cool. I have to say.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's been a bunch.
And like respect for being noisy about like not wanting an all white cast.
Yeah,
oh,
because for sure that's an issue with the TTRPG like live play space.
Such a problem. Like I made a recent. I hope y'all don't mind me. I'm gonna keep this.
Dude, I served it up to you.
I made a recent tweet basically saying like I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. Like beyond just I'm not going to play in a game if invited or whatever if the whole table is white. Or like you've got like one random black person or whatever. I'm not going to watch or like help your show if the whole table is right. Like friendships with people be damned, because that's how so many of the tables looked. Only way it's going to get better is if we actively say, no, we're going to change shit. Yeah. Period. So when I set about making this game, like so many people, because I crowdfunded actually, because I was like, no, I want to be able to pay the players per episode. Do it right. And people came in mass support. Like we hit the goal and then some, which I never thought we'd hit in the first place. But so many people like, oh, if you need players, I'm in. Da, 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 da. And I was like, yeah, sure, totally. In the back of my mind, I'm like, listen, the players who I got to have are not who entirely I originally reached out to. Some of them were. And that's not a shot at any of them. It's just, some people had scheduling conflicts. But I literally am, to get to the cast you saw, I am 9 or 10 people deep. Everybody was black. I was like, I'm not trying to say it's an all black players actual play. Like I'm not advertising it as such, but I very much so made the conscious choice. Like I'm not going to cast any white players because I'm going to show that you can go, if you actually care to try, there is no difficulty finding players who are talented, who are incredible. Like, I'm really proud of the game we're putting on. They are a vast, powerful majority of that reason because they are so damn good. And it's like, you're not getting to hear how good these people are and hear these stories are if you don't try. So
it's important, and like it's not something that I necessarily ask or expect from every single like content creator or like group out there, but like it's important that some folks start trying to do that stuff and try to push, like actively make those choices. I remember when like for 3 completely different reasons, Zach, Maddie, and Reb all were leaving SDGC all around the same time, and we were like, we're gonna need a couple more people, and like we kind of collectively agreed like everybody here is
it ain't gonna be white, dude.
And for the most part a dude. I'm in that nebulous ball of light phase, but like you're but my still bud. I'm still like a white masculine queer person, and like I get it. So it was like whatever we do, like anybody new from here until the end of we're not kicking nobody out of SDGC, but like we will always look for like the people that are close to our hearts, just like not any more fucking white dudes.
No, it makes sense. It's like you can always invite a guy like me on as a guest to hang out with y'all. I'm cool with all of you. I like all of you.
Yeah. Are you cool with me though? Are you cool with me?
I am. Do I need to text you I'm cool with you right now so that you get a response?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, please.
Well, and like guests are different, right?
Like, text me.
I will. Don't fucking tempt me.
But like it was like look, if we're gonna bring people into our fold as like permanent cast members, like there's a billion people out there that would be good for this. So like the only way we're gonna shake up the all white boys crew is just by saying no to that one specific thing.
And the obvious
like,
choices were Britt and CJ.
Yeah, we
Like,
love these
it
fuckers
was-
to death anyway.
Both of them are
like,
incredible. Like,
Yeah.
duh.
CJ's fine.
I'm all right. I'm all right for a token.
CJ, you say some of the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. Just off.
I'm all right. Listen, listen, guys. It's the first day of Hispanic Heritage Month. Don't kiss up yet. You gotta spread it out for like the next stuff.
Yes, with the unmistakable Latin
before
flavor
we
of the
stop
NFL.
giving a fuck again. Oh my god.
So
Bro. Oh my. Okay, sorry. Go.
no, CJ, you guys.
Please, I want to hear you
I can
specifically rip
feel
that.
that.
It will do my
It's
heart.
funny. Justin said it to me like a little bit before we got on, and I'm like, bro, it's the stupidest shit in the world. Anya FL, like they don't understand what that means. Like at that point, they all just got together and they're like, fuck it, we saw this thing on the so like my kids like Spanish class school. Let's put that in our fucking marketing. Doesn't make any sense. The Anya is like an independent letter. It's not the same exact thing. So it doesn't. What the NFL is an acronym for National Football League, right? The fuck does the Anya fit? How does that fit in there?
NFL.
Like, someone pronounce that. I want to hear someone pronounce this shit. I want to hear some fucking
My
white
guess
dude.
is they're gonna take all this feedback and next year they're going to rebrand for the month to football.
They're gonna they're gonna put an accent mark over the L.
Yes,
Right.
yes. Fucking Alicia Dragoon is on NSO. Yes, I've been
Okay,
fucking
John.
asking for this shit.
How many times have we been live when they do
Oh yeah, always.
drop.
Switch Online drop? Like,
Dude,
it's
if
every
you-
single time,
they're
right?
I have
timing it
talked
for
about
sure.
this on Twitter. If you have not played fucking Alicia Dragoon, go do, and you have a Nintendo Switch, go do that
It's
shit
still
tonight.
not gonna.
Man, I would love to play Genesis games, but not for like the extra money they're asking for me. I don't like the N64. I wish we could just pick like what console we get.
Alicia Dragoon is one of those forgotten fucking gems.
That's a shame because I got-
played.
You know what? Since it's gonna segue into the main topic anyway, because we're gonna talk about one game being added onto the online. What is Alicia Dragoon, John? I'm curious, like genuinely.
It is it's a platforming game. If you're an anime guy, you're gonna love it. Basically, you're a girl named Alicia, and you summon different pets like fire sprites, and there's multiple dragons, and it's a side-scrolling game where you throw lightning out of your fucking hands and kill huge monsters. Like it's fucking awesome. Like it's a great fucking game. It has one of the best soundtracks on the Genesis. Just an outstanding fucking game. Outstanding. Earthworm Jim is now on NSO as well.
I'm just gonna point out that CJ said he doesn't even like the N64, but 6 or 7 of the games on my spinning wheel,
Bro, I'm
for
sorry.
the charity
because
event are N64
most of those games, or at least games adjacent to it, were better otherwise. I love Conker's Bad Fur Day, but the N64 version is unplayable. Garbage game. Now the Xbox remake, incredible. One of the greatest games of all time. Formative.
That's a very hot take.
Yeah.
Straight up. I'll have like a whole essay on it for events for another project.
I'm gonna make this man play Battle Tanks 2, and he's still gonna hate the N64.
I can't wait.
I
I can't wait for that essay. Why the N64 sucks in your
And why
childhood?
Conker's
was
Bad
fucking
Fur Day?
stupid.
Why the Xbox remake of Conker's Bad Fur Day is better than any game on the X64?
Make this man play Pokemon Stadium mini games. He's gonna change his mind.
That
Then.
is a great game. That is a great game on a shitty console. That's fine.
While we're on the subject of Nintendo, let's go ahead and kick off our discussion tonight because we got a lot to cover. We're not even going to talk about what we've been playing this week because there's just so much to go through this week.
Well, really, the first thing that happened would have been
the Direct.
Assassin's Creed over the weekend.
Oh, was that? Okay, yeah,
it was
well,
over the
technically,
weekend.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
were right.
So, man,
It was
fuck.
a whole Ubisoft like thing, but I guess we could just talk about.
Yeah, all
Assassin's
that
Creed.
matters is Assassin's Creed out of that. Like,
Yeah.
what do we
It's their
want to talk about
cash
paying
cow, babe.
$70 for Skull and Bones? No.
Wait, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So-
I want to play the tax return game.
Yeah, one of the like kind of worst kept secrets in gaming, Assassin's Creed Infinite. They're basically turning the Assassin's Creed franchise into a singular hub of stories.
I'm confused about what this actually is. So I'm glad that you're.
Oh, I don't have a clue. I didn't pay enough
think
attention.
My
to know
impression
if
is
it's
it's similar to what
app, but-
Microsoft's trying to do with Halo Infinite, where it's like you basically won't. It's like Destiny. Like you won't have to download another client in the future when they release future campaigns or stories. They will just be like DLC or additional, but you'll like
Hold
launch
on,
them all through.
I'm
Or like
confused
Master
because
Chief
you're saying that
Collection.
I was under the impression that Assassin's Creed Infinite was like just a collection of Assassin's Creed games.
So the way
no.
so
It's
there's,
like
there's two.
it's basically a launcher.
The
It's-
old
it's
stuff's
like
getting
a
wrapped into
launcher.
it too.
Okay, all right,
and then
all
like
right.
so like if you buy one of the games, you'll have access to the launcher, but like you don't need to own all of them.
Right.
Yeah,
But like
also
they'll
like
all be there like
Okay.
on a.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what Call of Duty's been doing for the past few years.
Which because like now Call of Duty like Warzone 8 eats every single
Right.
Call of Duty game that comes out. So when you pull up the menu for like the latest Call of Duty, it's like this whole screen of Warzone and then the other modes
Right.
pushed
And
aside.
then pre-order the next game coming out. Yeah.
I'll tell you this much: if anything, I have not even attempted. I've attempted, but not gotten anywhere more than an hour into an Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed 3. And as somebody who loves big, long RPGs, if you want to get me back into Assassin's Creed, what they're doing with Mirage, going back to basics, is the way to do it. I love the fact that we are getting a focus on just like straight up
let's talk about
assassinations
Mirage,
again,
right? Because I mean, I think a lot of people. I mean, let's presume people didn't catch that announcement rather than just name dropping it and going forward,
So, yeah,
right?
yeah.
It is
Well,
a
I mean,
new announcement.
Well, I mean, everyone was talking about. I mean, Mirage has been a thing for weeks now.
Sorry,
Like,
John.
that's-
I've been offline for like the last like month.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
I didn't even
I've
know
never-
there was
Yeah,
an
I'm sure
event
you
until
don't,
CJ.
CJ.
John's been
I've
podcasting
never
for
played-
years and still just brings shit up as if for the first time on a podcast, as if this is a new announcement. John, Assassin's Creed Mirage is going back to.
But it leaked.
Going back to not everybody. Twitter's not a real place, John.
Whatever. Go
Like,
on.
It's an imaginary website.
I can't wait to
It
listen
is.
to my favorite
Go on.
gaming podcast. They're so
I
smart and
know.
they'll explain
Of
everything that-
England.
Sorry, I assumed too much of our
Multiple
audience.
Assassin's Creed projects were announced alongside Infinite. The one coming soonest is Mirage, which is set in. Forgive me, I've forgotten what the specific
Baghdad.
location is. It's in Baghdad.
So so the main character is one of the
Basim.
Basim, who was one of the main characters in the last game, Valhalla. So it's basically like John was saying, it's back to basics approach. Basically, their reboot, Assassin's Creed's really weird. They're like one of those series that like it's like this weird serialized sequential thing, but every game has like a reset point where they kind of like refresh everything, all the mechanics and everything to do something new. Like you know how we've talked about like Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2 was a huge jump. Assassin's Creed has like 5 of those.
Yeah,
Which is great. I love it.
I'm sorry, CJ. I'm sorry. You
Well,
cut
no,
out
and then
after
so
you're
like this again, like John said, back to basics. Like if you watch that trailer where it was like the CG trailer that showed off like a lot of Basim's like abilities and like the way, I assume it's going to be indicative of what the actual game is. It kind of took it back to like how the Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood, Revelations and 3 trailers used to be, where it was like a strong focus on like the actual combat and the actual mechanics. I don't know if you guys remember what I'm talking about, but the PS3 era, like all those Assassin's Creed trailers that were all CG, that were just sort of like they had some narration. It had the main character kind of like basically like, all right, he's chasing one guy down like an alley or down a city and he's gonna kill him. And they show you like everything that like will be in the game. So like it was like the eagle that tracks him down. It was like the weird smoke like mines that he had. It's stuff like that.
Yeah. I think also I'm really excited because they made it clear like some of these future projects are not going to be these sprawling
RPGs,
Assassin's
yeah.
Creed Odyssey or Valhalla like 100+ hour
Right.
experiences.
That's what I'm excited
Some of these
about.
are going to be back to like 16-20 hour action RPG, and I'm like, good.
Well,
holy shit, do I not have time for 100-hour games anymore?
What I think
Whoa.
what really has me excited about Mirage, aside from that, is the setting. Now, I have been to the Middle East many times, and you know it's a part of the world that is just inexorably linked to many of my experiences. And if you know anything about history, you'll know that the actual word, like this was the birthplace of the original Hashashin order, which
This
is
is the the original Assassin's Creed, like
well,
kind of.
Not, you know, I mean.
I thought that was
like,
clearly like intentionally like why they chose the setting, but
so like in the games, like the Assassin's Order started in Egypt, right? Historically, the word assassin comes from Hashashin, which is an order that was created in the Middle East, not in Africa, around a little earlier than this time period. And the reason they called them Hashashin was because you ever heard of like a dervish, right? Like a whirling dervish. They would
Really
smoke
glad for
hash.
this
They would
history
smoke
lesson.
hash. they would smoke hash and they would get visions. They would get, they were hallucinating, but they would get what they thought were visions. And over time, the word hashashin evolved into the word assassin, and this is where we get the word from. And so going back to kind of like the birthplace of the historical hashashin order is really, really compelling to me. And to be honest, I'm surprised it actually took this long for them to do that.
Yeah, that's Ubisoft's whole thing. It takes them it takes them too long to get to any setting.
Speaking of which, one of the other games announced was
a Project Red, and it's going to be Japan, Assassin's Creed Japan.
To differentiate,
finally.
Basically, Mirage is like a back to basics action adventure game.
Yeah,
their two games that are coming out like way in the future are like the actual RPGs that are part of that Assassin's Creed Infinity project, which is like the hub.
Yeah.
So it was like Assassin's Creed Red, and the other one was like Assassin's Creed Hex.
That's the one I'm interested in because it's during the fucking Salem witch trials.
I like that
rules.
they got Project Red out of the way. They were like, "Here, you disgusting, dirty weeaboos.
Here's your fucking
Here's your goddamn ninja game."
Yep.
As if there weren't so many of these. Never ask me for anything again.
That game announcement was like Ubisoft's like break glass in case of emergency.
Yeah.
But then they turn around and go, "We're gonna go fucking like Salem witch trials kind of era and aesthetic."
Clint Hocking is directing it, which is wild.
I cannot think. Has there ever been a game that has explored the Salem witch trials? I can't think of one.
There are very few games set in America
but like specifically focused on the witch trials, like
nothing.
That
probably indie projects, probably nothing huge.
It's gonna be. I'm sure it's gonna be really respectful, and
I'm sure.
Was it one of the like Dark Pictures games during?
Maybe. Fuck. There's been like 1,000 of them.
Can I give a shout out to Ubisoft for casting Shora Ashdaglu in Assassin's Creed Mirage?
That woman.
If you were thirsty on Twitter, you guys gotta relax.
I will not relax.
No,
I love that woman.
It does not matter how old she gets.
It's coming for me. You guys gotta relax.
She is Shora Ashdaglu. Her voice
would crawl over broken glass.
Stirs things within me. She has she's just a wonderful fucking person. But two, she has one of the most compelling voices for telling a narrative in the medium. And she is welcome. She is great in literally everything she does. People in chat are like, yeah, she's got a great speaking voice. She does. She truly fucking does.
Shorag Dashlu? Did you get some syllables backwards? Maybe.
No,
I don't know this actress by name. It's not Agdashlu.
Shorag Dashlu.
Yeah, I thought you said Ashdaglu.
No.
Okay.
I'm curious. Because I think.
Oh, I know who this is. Yeah, no, her voice will fucking destroy me. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
She's in The Expanse most recently, but she's done several things.
Yeah.
Smoke and Velvet.
That woman is a fine wine.
Let's please move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
CJ Truck.
Saying,
good. Man. Jesus. I know, but Jesus. But no, Project Hex is the one I'm most excited about. I like the idea. Didn't they say that they're separating out the they're gonna cut out the? I don't remember if they said that they're going to separate out the modern day segments.
I hope.
Yes, it sounds
they
like
are
now going to be separated.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's going to be separate stuff, or they're just not going to do it.
Okay.
I assume that might also be some of the Infinity stuff.
Yeah.
Like maybe have some of the modern day stuff.
Because does anybody care about the modern day storyline in these games?
The modern day stuff was just going to be what the hub was.
Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to totally get rid of it. But I do think, just for sake of pacing and storytelling and stuff, it's already been so de-emphasized that because I remember I was playing Odyssey, and then all of a sudden there was two really short, less than 10-minute segments, and these were hours and hours into the game where all of a sudden it moved me into the modern day with characters I didn't know or care anything about, and it just felt completely disconnected.
Valhalla ends in a modern day segment.
I think still having it, because I my roommate is somebody that's played the Assassin's Creed games since the beginning, and he really does the sci-fi modern stuff. I think totally getting rid of it would be a bad idea, because a lot of the longtime fans do enjoy that stuff. But I think having it kind of be separated it out and can kind of be focused on its own thing. I think that's probably the best.
I'm glad about this, Justin, because like the absolute peak, like when this shit hit peak ridiculousness was in the what was it, Assassin's Creed 4, which was the pirate one, where Black Bart the pirate, like he winds up being like a computer programmer at the evil corporation in the modern day because he's immortal.
Yeah, and like the bad like Half-Life like
yeah, and it's like, come on, guys, like what are we doing? This is what like so. Yeah,
Please help me.
Honestly, they could drop it fucking completely, and I refuse to believe that anyone would really care.
Jeff, what do you think of all this stuff? I know you're like the resident. You're like the other Ubisoft fanboy here.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I had my fill of Assassin's Creed with Origins. Like, I put 70 hours into that, and
that's been the last one that I really sunk to.
Oh man, you guys are missing out. Valhalla's great. Valhalla's great.
I played 2 hours of it on Ubisoft Plus or whatever, and I was like, I can't do 100 hours.
200 hours, baby.
Yeah,
damn, man.
100 hours, baby.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I'm still not really buying Ubisoft's new stuff, so it's whatever. I hope it's good.
Yeah,
I'll probably play Mirage, and I probably won't touch anything else, to be perfectly honest with you.
I know a lot of people were really, really excited for Red because, again, how long have they been talking about Japan? I feel like they waited too long. Not just in an
also the guy heading up the project is a fucking sex pest. So
well, there's that too. No,
to the point where nobody wants to join the team.
But what I'm saying is like, people were yelling about it because they're like, we want a dope, period Japan type game that we can run around in and da-da-da. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, we just had Ghost of Tsushima.
We've had
and in the near future, we had Sekiro, and in the near future, we have Yakuza Ishin. We have Rise of the Ronin, which they showed.
Which looks dope.
We have what was the other one? There was another one that is directly a period piece game. I'm blanking and it's pissing me off. But like that's what I'm saying. Like they waited until now it's a thing, and so now like you have to cut through the noise of what's already there.
They'll be fine.
It's Assassin's Creed. It's gonna sell. There are certain games where it's gonna sell.
Like
they're gonna be fine.
It'll sell more than like Ishin. You know what I'm saying? It'll sell more than Rise of the Ronin. You know what I'm saying? It'll be fine.
Of course. I was more so saying, like, to me, I know I would be more interested in it if it wasn't something that I'm gonna have alternatives of. Because of that, I know for me, and I know there are a subset of people where it's gonna be like, I've been there. Is it a huge subset? No, absolutely not. I view it more as leaving money on the table because of your timing, as opposed to something that's going to put them under the ground.
They're doing like a feudal China setting, which is really dope, and it's only for a mobile game.
Everybody's everybody's like, do feudal Japan, like do this and that. I'm like, do fucking World War II. Like, I mean, like mix.
I think that's like a thing. I think they were like explicit.
No,
they did it once. Like they did it in a few segments.
There was like one brief segment in a game. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think in Unity, which was dope.
And you were just walking through Paris or something, right?
Yeah, they should have done. They should have done the Civil War, bro. Give me my Django Unchained game. Ubisoft wouldn't do that. Ubisoft they wouldn't have you play as like a. They wouldn't have you play as a black guy. They wouldn't.
They Freedom Call. They literally hey, what I'm saying is that they're like, here's the coolest character in this game. You can't play him. Let you play extra to play him for like 5 hours later.
Didn't you play as a black woman in Liberation?
An a Vita game. In a Vita game.
Yeah, it's a Vita game.
If it was a Vita exclusive, it wasn't real.
I was about to say, so John and both the other Vita owners have the ability to play as her.
Well, because John owns like how many Vitas?
I own two Vitas, and one of them is CJ's when he gets here. So.
Exactly. So
you own 3, and you gave me one.
So CJ, you get to enjoy it as well.
I did give you a Vita, didn't I, Derek? I'm like just like fucking handing out Vitas.
John just has like a sack of Vitas that he's using. He's like, and guess what? Installing custom firmware on it is surprisingly easy. And you can get a bunch of ROMs on it.
There are two people in this world, like the people who say that hacking your 3DS is easy, and the people who say hacking your Vita is easy. John is like hacking
your Vita is super fucking easy.
That's why I need it.
Very fucking.
The thing is, John had a choice between between buying 5 Wii U's or 5 Vitas. He came out of like the winning end there.
I got a Wii U too, but CJ, like hacking the Vita is super easy. It's very easy. I can do it. I'm a fucking idiot. But I think we've probably go ahead, CJ.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, the Assassin's Creed series, like, it is, like, again, the absolute most fast food, like, any major franchise is ever, right?
It's a good way to describe it.
A good way to describe it.
It is basically my MCU. It's the only thing I followed for, like, 3 console generations at this point.
Well, I can't criticize you for that.
It's true. That's my thing. It's like the only thing I followed. I've skipped a few Call of Duties. I don't play sports games. I don't play, like, what other annual franchise is there that's as, like, look, have your opinions. Like, these games are consistent. They're like good at the very worst. There's no bad Assassin's Creed game that isn't like on fucking mobile or handheld. All the mainline console games are good. I'm like looking forward to it. At the very least, because I'll probably end up getting review codes for all of them. So maybe you guys can't trust my opinions. But I think like Ubisoft did the whole, like, they played it safe. They're like, all right, let's give like these like fuckers the safe back to basic Assassin's Creed. Let's give them the fucking samurai game, and let's give them the Clint Hawking game for like the 3 people that played Far Cry 2 back in 2008. And yeah, they covered their bases, because I don't think anyone else remembered anything from that the entirety of that Ubisoft press conference.
No.
No,
you could hold a gun to my head. You could hold a gun to my head. I got nothing.
I heard Trackmania Turbo, and that's like I heard that.
I'm sure. I'm
you
sure
repeated
Just
that.
Dance.
I already forgot what you just said.
Oh, yo, actually, the biggest piece of news: Just Dance not coming to Wii or last gen. Incredible. That's it. The end of an era. It's not coming to
man.
It's not coming to the
wow.
Man, all the parents at my library are going to be pissed because they can't fucking check out a Just Dance game for their kids.
Right. Let's talk about the fucking Nintendo Direct. I'm done talking about it. I said we've talked enough about Assassin's Creed. I'm
gonna send you guys a link to like the everything, because I'm prepared.
I'm just waiting.
There we go. Check the chat.
All right. So as anybody as most of you probably know, listening to this, Nintendo held a direct this past Tuesday. Long rumor direct. It not a mini, not a partner direct. A nice 43-minute full fat Nintendo direct. And
sorry, UK.
I've got mixed feelings, right? Like, I love the people who were like, yeah, they delayed it in the UK because it was called Tears of the Kingdom, but
Nintendo's Irish team is savage. They just named the fucking like game.
I feel like
if you left it up to their Irish team, they would have named it The Legend of Zelda. Fuck the Queen.
I have Zelda. She's in a box.
Mixed feelings on the direct. I think there was something for everyone there, especially if you love Square.
Oh yeah, Square Enix showed up.
There were a few first-party things or first-party franchises that I think we all expected to show up, but didn't. But let's kick it off.
Who's we, John? Like who's
quite a few people. I'm not.
No, he said first party. He's not talking about the Pixel remasters.
I'm not talking about the Pixel remasters.
Oh no, I know that. I know.
But I'm also not talking about Metroid. I'm talking about Mario. But
I mean, he kind of showed up.
But
this is a good ass direct.
Listen,
this is a good ass direct.
So let's kick off. Let's kick it off. Let's start with what kicked it off, which was Fire Emblem Engage,
which is literally what I was brought on here for tonight.
Some looking game, terrible fucking name. That name just stinks. But the game itself looks fantastic. So much better looking than Three Houses.
I still like it better than I love Fire Emblem Awakening, right? But let's be clear. Engage is a better subtitle than generic ass Awakening, Fates.
I mean,
fucking
but
every game
like
gets those subtitles, but it's at least something that not every other franchise has one called.
Really glad you said that. I'm gonna
Josh, get in here.
I'm gonna go full fucking conspiracy theory on all of you about this game.
No,
I need you to understand that, okay? Full conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Okay. I sat and I fucking. Fire Emblem is my thing. I analyzed the trailer. And it's funny you said mobile game because it's important. So, during the gameplay of the trailer, you see that there are going to be rings that the characters can use to summon, quote, emblems. These emblems are characters from history, heroes from history. They're past Fire Emblem characters.
Fire Emblem characters,
The ones you see in the trailer are Marth. Of course, it's going to be fucking Marth.
Right,
fuck
even
is
though
wrong with
nobody
you?
gives a fuck about Marth. Most unperson in the entire
Doesn't
franchise.
matter. Of course, it's going to be Marth.
Yeah.
They show Sigurd. They show Celica. Because of this, anywhere where you see them, you can extrapolate out. That's going to kind of like be accurate. So
didn't have the
when you-
decency to give me Ike, you fucking homophobes.
But they did. That's what I'm about to tell you. So when the screen first shows up and you see a whole bunch of like hieroglyphic art, there's a circle. And the circle shows different heroes. Going from the top around, I can tell you right now, the heroes that are going to be in this game. Marth from Shadow Dragon. Celica from Echoes / Gaiden.
Yep.
Sigurd from 4, which never came to America. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I played it. Almost no one has. Genealogy of Holy War. Leaf from 5, which is 3776. Roy from 6, which is Binding Blade. And even if you haven't played that game, most people know Roy because of Smash.
Yeah.
Lynn from 7,
Lynn from
first one that
Blazing
came
Blade.
to America. Erica from Sacred Stones. Ike from Path of Radiance. Here's
My
where the
boy!
conspiracy theories start.
Oh,
Conspiracy
here we go.
theories involve him
Micaiah.
and one other one. Micaiah from 10, which is Path of Radiance. Lucina from 13, which is Awakening. She's the other one that's involved in conspiracy theory. Corin from Fates, which is 14, and then Byleth from 3 Houses. Almost everyone pictured has their normal weapons. Ike is pictured. He's not holding Ragnell. He's holding a big-ass axe, specifically Irvin, and he's got a yellow cape and a yellow headband, which he does not wear in any goddamn game. But he does have them. I play Fire Emblem Heroes, the mobile game. Don't you fucking judge me. There is a Brave Ike skin in there where he holds Irvin. It's his dad's axe, and the armor is supposed to be, it's blue-green with a yellow cape. It's supposed to be Grail's armor, his dad's armor. Lucina does not have falchion, which makes sense because she would just be a copy of Marth, which she was pretending to be. She has a fucking bow.
Yes.
Now, yeah, she technically has the archer class no matter what at base in the game. There has never been any goddamn art or picture or anything of Lucina with a bow. It is in Heroes. She has a legendary Lucina skin, or legendary Lucina unit that's a variant where she wields a bow. They're going to do Fire Emblem Heroes, Fire Emblem Engage, cross-promotional shit.
Oh, for
I would
sure.
not be...
As soon as I saw this trailer, like, I haven't even followed like Fire Emblem all that closely in a while, but like I did play Heroes a bit when it first came out, and I know Heroes is huge.
It's
and
big.
it really seems like they're trying, like the whole summoning.
I would not be shocked.
Thing really seems a lot like Heroes.
If they bring in some of the like original characters from Heroes.
Wait, there's
into
original
this game.
characters in Heroes?
Yeah,
There's a couple.
It started with a couple, but they've brought in more and more as like other kingdoms that you go through in the story mode as villains, potential allies, neutrals, things like that. I would not be shocked if some of those villains show up in this game. If you see.
Oh, Josh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just gonna name. I was like Veronica, Hildebrand, Loki. There's a couple of characters. I would be not even remotely surprised if they show up as they have like a world portal hopping thing, either in the main story or as like we're gonna have a whole bunch of side chapters you can do, and it's all reference to that, and they're gonna make a big to do of linking the two to get people into the mobile game.
So Josh, I have to tell you, I was torn between what you were saying and watching Jeff trying to comprehend what you were saying. And
John, that's funny because I was typing it in chat and I deleted it, but I was like, I'm trying so hard to follow this.
I'm sorry.
Zero
I'm
exposure to anything Fire Emblem, and I was like trying to go into my mind palace and like picture these characters, and holy shit,
Dude,
I just feel like
Tinky Winky and fucking.
Jeff, I felt like I was watching Jeff's brain break.
It's like trying to explain
also-
Game of Thrones to a fucking medieval French.
Also,
As
just
if-
to be
I
clear,
did go full like Sunny in Philadelphia, like with the strings on the wall.
Yeah.
just to be clear, because I don't want to offend anyone tonight, I'm having a hard time adjusting to my new glasses, and I've got a really bad headache. So if you see like this, it's not you guys. It's just
Actually not one of my
fucking
opinions.
glasses.
Like it's not one of my takes.
No,
Like
he'll flip you off for that. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool. It might be hard to distinguish between the two, but
okay, cool.
we'll say it's the glasses.
Awesome. So can I just you guys tell me if I'm wrong, but this is coming out a lot sooner than I think we all thought it would.
Yeah, January
that leak
20th.
that happened
Holy
before.
January.
That leak that happened before, I remember one of the things they mentioned is that was months ago. It was back in what, February or so when this leaked before?
Something like that.
And they were talking about the red blue hair. Like they nailed so many details. I remember that in the leak, one of the things mentioned was like the game is basically done.
Yeah.
Apparently they were fucking right. Like they were dead
apparently
ass
this has
on.
been done for some time.
Now, the one thing I will say, and I remember this, the leaked pictures, the main character with the Todoroki hair, half blue, half red, it was much longer. It was like
Well, that was
waist
the girl.
length.
I noticed
Right.
that.
Right, and so I'm wondering if
noticed
they
that.
went with like what they're going there, but now they're just showing off the male. So I don't know if you're going to be able to choose, or if they just decided on not letting you choosing or whatever. If that
I
was part
assume
of the
they'll
polish.
let you choose. That's become pretty standard.
I
in-
definitely
in
saw
Fire
some
Emblem.
art that was like a male and female version of the character.
Also, guys, from a visual and animation standpoint, this is so head and shoulders above Three Houses that
It's
it's like
actually running on a Switch Pro, John. Just let's
that's,
fuel those.
yeah, that's what I
let's
hear.
fuel,
Like,
let's fuel those rumors right now. It's
Wink,
running on the
wink.
Switch too.
wink,
It'll
wink
come out.
emoji.
It'll come out the same day as Zelda. Trust me. Like Nintendo has it.
Exactly. I actually enjoyed how Three Houses looked. I did personally. I know I'm not the majority there, but I did.
It
But
was
I
a
gotta
little too
fully admit,
drab for me. Like
I gotta fully admit, they
love
put
Three
their foot
Houses.
in this one.
they
Like,
really did.
They went all. They said, "Oh, we got plenty of budget for that this time. Don't worry."
It's okay. We have money.
Yeah, no, I think that this was a great way to open the direct. And to be honest with you, I was not expecting Fire Emblem to even be there. So I feel like this was
I was. We saw screenshots. Like we knew it was coming.
I was because weirdly, just because they opened the last one with Fire Emblem Warriors. Remember,
Yeah.
Three Hopes, and this time I was like, they haven't talked about DLC. They haven't talked about anything, and this shit apparently went gangbusters. There's a reason they haven't said anything yet. Like they're not just gonna be like, "Oh, here's a game. It's really popular. Okay, we're not gonna do anything else with it."
Right.
It's fucking Nintendo. So that's why I was like, "That's probably what's going on." I didn't suspect the leak was real, honestly. And so then when I saw this, I'm like, "Oh no, they were dead ass accurate, top to bottom. The old man knight, the blue and red. Okay,
Yeah.
cool." But
So we're gonna jump around the direct here.
Can we talk about look, I just want to get this out of the way.
Please,
Right.
Derek.
We've
please.
got to talk about what was clearly the most important thing in the direct.
Fist of
can't wait for
Mother
this.
fucking Pikmin 4.
Oh man, they're gonna
Right,
say the
so
Fist of the North Star
finally-
boxing game, Derek.
I was expecting that exact one.
That's what I was so.
That was
trust
funny
me,
as hell.
We're gonna get to that.
Let's fucking go.
We're
Let's talk
gonna
a fucking
fucking-
Fist of the North Star.
We're,
right
we're gonna fucking get to fitness to the North Star, okay? We're
John,
gonna
that
get,
was a great tweet.
Fitness
I'm
of
not
the
gonna
North
lie.
Star.
That's what I've started calling it.
like we're gonna get to fitness of the North Star, but
You
Can
are
I just
already
say-
swole.
what? Yeah, I mean, I don't need it, but what I will say is that one of my favorite moments this year was watching Derek's pure and wholesome reaction to like, and I felt like Derek went through a roller coaster here.
I
because
did. Look, I have been predicting Pikmin 4 at every single direct for the
fucking-
past 3 years.
yeah, since you've been on the podcast.
Every single direct, probably longer. I just know for the past 3 years.
Derek,
It's been a
how
running.
How long has it been since they had said that this game was almost done?
Oh,
that announcement
7
was
or
what,
8
like
years.
8 years ago.
Yeah, it was like 8 years ago.
2014 or
I was
something?
predicting Bayonetta 3 and Pikmin 4 at every single direct, and I finally got Bayonetta 3, and now I have Pikmin 4, and it's in the same direct with more Bayonetta 3, so I was
Bro.
just like, oh, finally I can rest.
Predict Donkey Kong Country like a
Derek,
new retro DKC, please, Derek.
Yeah,
Please, for the love of
Derek,
God.
your reaction was so pure and so wholesome.
It's
that,
so
like,
lovely. Look at it. It's
brightened- it
Pikmin.
brightened- Now,
Derek's spirit was just Christ on the cross. Just it is done.
but like when Miyamoto started talking about Pikmin Bloom, I can almost hear Derek scream, "Shigeru, why have thou forsaken me?" Like,
I was literally like,
Like,
no. Wait, no, that's right. This was already announced. It's okay. This is not the thing.
but like Derek's also like, you're spending way too much time on.
I was so
Pikmin
worried they
Bloom,
were
dude.
just going to
Like,
announce Pikmin 1 and 2 ports, but like we got Pikmin 4.
So
it's coming. It's fine.
So what little we know of the game is that it is bringing in a third.
It
person.
looks good as hell.
It looks good as hell. Obviously, running on a Switch Pro.
New camera angle.
New camera angle is what I'm interested in. Seeing the Pikmin from a ground level is really fucking
Pikmin
cool.
3
It's
Deluxe was a joy to play with the Switch's motion controls. Like, it's super good.
Also, like everything about filling those jars full of juice, from the sound to
I
the visual,
drink the
is just
juice.
one of the most satisfying things in fucking gaming. And so I'm just looking
you
forward
want
to
to drink
more
the
of that.
sippy juice? You want to
Now,
drink the most sippy fruit
I fucking
juice?
absolutely want to drink the sippy fruit juice. But here's my question. So we know it's coming out next year. When is this coming out next year?
Oh, it's gonna be later in the year for
You
sure.
think it'll be later?
Do you think it'll
I'm-
be like
I'm balloting
their
summer
big holiday
myself.
thing?
No,
I don't think
Early summer.
holiday. I think it's gonna be
I
late
think it's summer.
Yeah,
Summer
late
sounds
summer,
right.
early fall.
Pikmin is very popular, but I don't think it.
It's
I don't
Nintendo
think it's-
popular. It's like it's like a
right. Yeah,
Right.
it's not heavyweight enough to carry the holiday season.
Holiday, they go Zelda, they go Mario,
Their
they go
holiday's
Smash, they
gonna
go
be
Pokemon.
wild because we did finally get obviously the trailer for the Breath of the Wild sequel, Tears of the Kingdom,
Tears of the
with
Kingdom.
that May release date, which was very like, oh, that's a wild time for y'all to be dropping fucking Zelda.
I think we're getting a new Switch model on that same date.
That's not fucking happening, John. I swear to God.
You just killed it now by predicting it.
Calling it now.
Oh man, no! Nintendo's gonna recall every Switch, and they're like, all right,
Yes.
we're
They're gonna, we're gonna get a new Switch
I'm
model,
curious.
and it comes preloaded with the Pixel remasters.
I'm curious.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and Metroid Prime 4 and 5 and 6, all three in one.
All of them.
We'll get.
Quick question. I have like a serious because I've been thinking about this forever, and I just never had a good time to bring it up on the podcast. Do we think Nintendo's ever going to stop like doing like the Switch, or like do you think they'll go back to like an actual like console?
They absolutely will because they're
Do you think
fucking
they're gonna go-
idiots. Because
No,
they're
like, do you think
fucking idiots.
Like, do we think they're gonna do like we're gonna get like a GameCube-esque like finally something on par with like everything else, or is it just gonna be
like I know the joke is that like the Switch is successful, so they're gonna like leave that format behind. But no, I don't think
I
they
do
will.
think we'll get a Switch too, but
I
what
hope
happens
there's no
after
Switch,
that?
but that's my
don't
thing.
man,
That Switch
Nintendo,
2
these fuckers.
It's gonna be a hype.
The thing with the Switch 2 is my thing is it's not like they're gonna do something stupid. My thing is, are they gonna make like a console like comparable to everyone else? That's what
I don't
get
think
it. I
we
get
can.
the argument being like, if it's handhold, by definition, you're not going to be
Not
able to
even
put up
hand- like
with
that- no,
PS5,
whatever.
Xbox Series, whatever.
No, because they can make like a Steam Deck style handheld if they really wanted to. It'll be like the most expensive console in the world. That's fine. What I'm asking is are they just going to be like, fuck it, we'll stay like a generation or two behind in terms of like power?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, because
I
they don't
think
give a
for-
shit about that.
I think for their fan base, especially with the success of the Switch,
Mhm.
values the versatility and having portable option
96% of
with-
consoles sold in Japan are Switches at this point.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm just
Like-
wondering.
like,
I always it's just a thing that's like
think
If I can play, if I have the choice between purchasing a game on my PS5 or my Switch, I'm gonna choose my Switch.
see, no, I'm the
and-
opposite. I'm the complete opposite. I gotta get like the.
but you won't be able to
absolute,
play Dragon's Dogma 2
But-
on your Switch.
I
so-
want to. I want to. So I mean, it was a big direct, and we have more games to head up. I want to mention quickly. So Radiant Silvergun was announced and released the same day. Radiant Silvergun, if you haven't played it,
Radiant
is a
Silvergun.
classic fucking Saturn shooter, up there with Einhander among like just up there with Einhander and Ikaruga. As like one of the
Einhander's
just
not
the,
really that good, but I really like it.
but I mean, Radiant Silvergun is a massively superior.
Yeah, Radiant
game to
Silvergun fucking rules.
But within hours, it was pulled off the US eShop, and the trailer was deleted. And nobody really knows why.
no.
Yes.
No.
It's still up on the European and Japanese eShops, but it is no longer on the US eShop.
Who published
and-
Radiant Silvergun
And like
originally?
really, like all
It's
the publisher
it's
said was,
treasure
"There's a
developed.
problem. We'll let you know when it's back." And it's like,
To quote the tweet directly, currently, the Radiant Silvergun is not available for purchase in North America. We will respond immediately. We will let you know when it become available for purchase.
yeah, like it's.
I have confidence. I think
yeah.
It's
Nobody
solid. What?
Nobody.
Solid.
No, like, dude, no, Josh, I'm telling you, nobody fucking knows why it was pulled down. It was pulled down within hours of releasing, and they even deleted the trailer and the tweet from Twitter. Like, it's fucking wild.
It'd be so funny if you watch that direct again, like the video on demand version of it. It's like it's completely
and
white from
like
the show.
30 seconds of black of just nothing in the middle of the fucking.
Now it's just a prompt for a moment of silence for the Queen. Out of respect for the Queen.
I should have never watched. I never should have downloaded Radiant Silvergun from the UK.
All right, I need to kick this over to Derek because Derek looks like he's having a small crisis.
Only because I'm fucking worried that Radiant Silvergun's not going to get re-released in the US.
So am I. Like, I hadn't had a chance to purchase it.
It's in a vault with Advance Wars 1 and 2.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I wouldn't be shocked. Listen, Nintendo has made some real just
Nintendo ass moves.
Well, also, if I had to guess because of how quick it was, honestly, I'm wondering if it was like a singular word censorship. Not censorship in like, but like censorship in like they're worried about some sort of parochial lawsuit or whatever.
Like, said cock
they've done that before. Listen, no, to give you an idea, this right, no, I have it here. One of my favorite games of all time is this right here.
No, you gotta get rid of it.
One of my favorite games of all time is this right here. Ogre Battle 64. Person of Lord Caliber. Okay.
And it says cock.
No, in the original release, it's only been released in 2 formats. N64 cartridge, and then they released it on the Virtual Console for Wii. N64 cartridge, one of the 2-handed swords is named Glamdring. They didn't want to get sued.
You can't do that shit.
They didn't want to get sued by the Tolkien estate. When they re-released it on the Wii, the game is, other than one thing, entirely perfectly pixel accurate to this. No changes, except Glamdring is changed to, I shit you not, Slambring.
Slammering?
Yeah, Slammering. That's what they changed the name to. They named Glamdring
Slambring. Slambring the whole hammer.
Slambring is my new safe word.
Slambring the whole hammer.
For the love of God, slambring. But I am maintaining my opinion that the word cock pops up in Radiant Silvergun.
It doesn't. It's nowhere in dialogue, nowhere in the menu. It just pops up on screen.
Like
the dog dick in Fight Club. That's
yep. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
The word cock just pops up bold.
The word cock, like every now and then when you shoot an enemy, the word cock pops up, like a power up.
It's like a combo level, right? You get like, great,
awesome.
super, excellent, cock, nice cock, bro.
I also want to point out that Josh is muted and he was saying something.
No, I was talking to my son real quick.
Oh, okay.
He's very worried about something that he didn't need to worry about. But
you looked like you were like really passionately explaining why cock is not present in Radiant Silvergun.
Well, cock isn't, but slambring is.
Slambring.
It's the third weapon.
So, but yeah, that's a really weird situation. Moving along in the direct, Fatal Frame 4 finally getting fucking localized.
So, was it Maiden of Blackwater 4 or was that 5?
No, so no.
I don't know how numbers.
Maiden of Blackwater's 5.
Okay.
So Fatal Frame 4 came out in Europe and Japan, but it never came here.
I should finally Wikipedia this franchise that I played 2.
Dude, Fatal Frame is fucking great.
Yeah,
I played 2 of
cool.
them. I played the original and I played Maiden of Blackwater.
Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly is one of the most terrifying games you'll ever play. In fact, Neil Druckmann, everybody knows who Neil Druckmann is. Neil Druckmann says that Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly is the scariest entertainment medium he's ever encountered.
Should I play and stream all of these in October for SDGC?
Yeah, they're good.
Sure.
They're
great. They're legitimately scary and very good. So yeah, I am very, very happy about Fatal Frame 4 finally getting localized. It's supposed to be on par with Fatal Frame 2, and I love that's one of my favorite horror games. So very, very happy about this finally getting localized.
Is there a way to play any of the older, like the ones that like have been localized, like on modern consoles?
PS3, you can play them on PS3.
That's not modern,
I'm
but
sorry.
okay.
Whoa, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, emulation.
Yeah, emulate it.
I'll say it.
I said it anyways.
Yeah,
If you can't legally buy and support them, buy the new ones and emulate the old ones. Fuck it. Whatever.
So next up, we got to talk about this. I've been itching to mention this.
Oh, my wife.
The good news for Tales of Symphonia fans is that it's getting remastered. The bad news for Tales of Symphonia fans is that it runs at 30 frames a second as opposed to the original GameCube version, which runs at 60 frames a second.
It's so weird. It'd be one thing if it's always been 30 and like some modders were like, oh, you can unlock it to 60. Like
Okami. Okami was made to run at 30 frames a second. This was not.
I actually looked into this one a little bit, and this is kind of a common thing in some ways with games from that era. Basically, when it got ported to PS2, the PS2 couldn't run it at 60 FPS, but it added content. So the PS2 version was capped at 30 FPS, but has more stuff. Every single re-release of the game since then has been based off of the PS2 version, which is hard-coded to 30 FPS.
And that's really
modders
stupid.
Can't. Kevin.
Oh no, we saw what happened when the modders tried putting it at 60.
Yeah,
all the characters are walking around like the fucking WB frog, going, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Send me a kiss by wire.
Maybe my heart's on fire."
I was like, "Fuck."
Somebody clip that.
Don't.
No, fucking clip that shit. But so here's the other thing. So somebody, I can't remember if it was somebody from Eurogamer or whatnot, but somebody said it also looks like the HD port, like the upscaling is just them turning the sharpness up to fucking max. Like, and they put comparison pictures, and I'm like, oh man, like it.
I know it's. But and like this has happened with like a lot of games from that era, like Resident Evil 4. Like there's like effects that have never been in any other version than the GameCube original because every single port has been based off of the PS2 port.
And
yeah.
6-year-old me it's winning every argument about how great the GameCube is.
That's right.
Go. It's the greatest console in the world.
It does rule.
Awesome.
Hang on, how many GameCube games are on the wheel of games for our charity thing? Hang on. I got
that's a you question.
Like that's a like.
Sorry, Derek, I didn't show up at the last meeting where we decided like what games are getting on. I apologize for that.
I did all of it myself.
Is Gauntlet Dark Legacy on there? If not, it should be.
No,
I think
it is.
Josh,
6 GameCube games. Anyway,
Josh, let's talk about Front Mission First remake.
Ooh, and the other things about it.
And Front Mission
3 remake.
So I'm actually really excited about these. I
fucking do.
Really
and 3
like
especially. Like,
well, and here is why I'm so excited. Real quick. Because if Square is allowing them to remake Front Mission 3, that tells me they have confidence.
Yeah, before the first one's even out, they know these are going to hit. They know these are good remakes of really good fucking games.
Yep. That tells me that they are confident enough in what they've seen to say, okay, remake Front Mission 3, which is a big, because Front Mission 3 is considered one of the gems of the PlayStation era.
It's one of the greatest strategy RPGs ever.
Giant robot strategy RPGs.
I just replayed both storylines this past year, and it still holds the fuck up. And
3's also hard as shit.
It can be, yeah.
3
Fuck me up.
That you gotta big brain the hell out of.
And so the fact that yeah, I am super excited for these. To have all 3 Front Mission games, like the first 3, well, not all 3, but the first 3 Front Mission games remade on one platform is the fucking dream.
Definitely
and
rules.
I absolutely, Josh, I know you had something to say about Front Mission. You're a big Front Mission guy as well. What was your reaction to seeing, like, oh, by the way, we're also remaking Front Mission 3?
That, by the way, just hit me like a ton of bricks. I was so excited because, like, it's like you said, that game, I played it, not this year, but I played it about a year and some change ago, and it holds up. It's so
we got people in chat who never played Front Mission.
The storytelling is incredible. The game, and mind you, Front Mission 3 is a meaty game. Each individual half of that game could be sold separately, and you would feel like you got your money's worth.
Yeah, no, they are vastly different.
And when they say, like, it's not like there are certain games where it's like, oh, there's a route split, but no. The first mission is pretty close. The second mission is kinda, and then from there you're off to the races. The two are nothing alike.
you have a choice as to which character to follow or which and which it's Ryogo or Elisa.
No, so in other words, basically, it's like, are you gonna go
Are you gonna
hang
go
out with me,
Ryogo?
or are you gonna
Right.
go to get your sister a present? If you go
That's
with
right, yeah,
him, you
that's
go on
right.
Emma's route.
Yep,
If you
Emma.
go get your sister a present, you go on Elise's route.
Yeah.
Ryogo is the only other than the main. You have the main character and then his best friend Ryogo. Those are the only
Ryogo's
two characters that are on
character
both
that's
routes.
static. Yep.
Everyone else is completely different.
Anyway, Front
It's
Mission
just
3 is
so
a big
much.
ass game.
It's huge.
It's enormous. And now I don't believe that we'll see that anytime soon. It said we're getting Front Mission in November. Front Mission 2 was just vaguely 2023.
I'm betting Front Mission 2 will be,
Front Mission 2 was
first half of next
2023.
year, and Front Mission 3 will be end of next
second
year.
half. That's my
Maybe,
current
yeah.
presumption.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing it's going to be same engine throughout. So at that point, it's moving the levels, moving the characters.
I am
but, like,
so happy that Front Mission is getting some love. And please, for the love of God, buy these fucking games so we get Front Mission 6.
We talk
the
about
last
I need-
last Front Mission universe game we got.
We
don't talk about it. No.
Derek and I streamed it.
You
Nope.
have a
No, we
game.
didn't.
You have a game series we love for being a strategy RPG, or even beyond that. Let's forget that. You want to reinvent it for letting us pilot giant walking fucking robots.
Sponsors.
I liked
And
Front Mission
you
Evolved.
gave me a shitty stealth game.
Like Derek and
One
I
of the worst
streamed-
games I've ever played.
Derek and I streamed Left Alive for Extra Life a couple years ago, and this was our face the entire time.
One of the worst
Warning,
games I've ever
enemies
played.
in the area.
It was.
Warning.
Derek like looked at me and he was like,
I couldn't.
And
do
the
it.
goddamn stealth mechanics don't work.
like, can we move
It's
on to
bad
something
game.
else?
It's bad
It
game.
is garbage. It is fucking garbage. But yeah, Front Mission getting some serious fucking love.
Can we talk
is-
about two announcements that I know I fucking heard John erupting over?
Please.
Which I
I
think
know
are the
one of
last
them at
two
least.
really big ones in the, because there was also like a bunch of farming simulator games that I'm really excited exist.
Oh, I already
I'm
know
not
what you're
gonna
gonna
make
say,
fun
Derek.
of it.
Go ahead and
but,
say it.
We got Octopath Traveler 2,
Yeah.
and we got a new Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm.
So, dude, Octopath Traveler 2 with that fucking Industrial Revolution steampunk aesthetic. Like, one of your characters is in a fucking three-piece suit and a top hat. I'm fucking all over this shit. Like, oh my God. This looks fucking... And you can see in every HD 2D game just how much further they've refined that formula.
Team Asano has fully mastered it at this point.
Like Octopath Traveler 2 is, and they took back, like, one of the biggest criticisms about Octopath Traveler was that there wasn't enough party interaction, right? And they said they took pains to say, hey, we listened to your feedback about Octopath Traveler, and there is far more party interaction and intertwined stories between these characters than Octopath Travelers. And again, this is another one of those games that is coming out much sooner than I think we all anticipate. It's coming out in February.
Yeah.
And
Next few months are fucking me up.
Yeah, like and so like Square as official Square Enix content creators, I don't know how the fuck we're gonna do this, but I am so fucking excited. Octopath Traveler 2. Look at that rendition. Like, as soon as I heard the main theme kick up, Josh, I was like, oh fuck. I was like, it's fucking Octopath Traveler 2, baby. It looks, now I am assuming that we will get a demo of the game, like as we have literally every single HD
With all the Asano games.
Yeah. So yeah, I could not be happier about Octopath Traveler 2. The other one that Derek was talking about, you know what? I'm gonna let somebody else take this one. Who wants to take this?
So I don't have strong feelings about Theater Rhythm, mostly because I've played the original and Curtain Call, right?
Curtain
And like,
Call's so fucking good.
I loved Elite Beat Agents, so I kind of thought I was getting into Elite Beat Agents, and I don't know if something was wrong with, like, I don't know what's up, but those games were too fucking easy, and I needed to sweat a little bit.
I assume you got to be really married to like either rhythm games as a genre or Final Fantasy as far as like aesthetics and music go to like true, right? Like it has.
I love Final Fantasy soundtrack,
I mean,
but it
yeah.
was just like this is real easy.
Here's the
And
thing
like,
about
it's fine, but
here's the thing about Theater Rhythm and Final Bar
I want to
is that one, we're getting like shit like Live Alive, like the Live Alive HD 2D remake music is in there. fucking Xenogears music.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Xenogears of all fucking games.
Yeah, I definitely know what song that is.
Like I mean, well,
I did it perfect.
Yeah, no, he did.
Actually, try again.
Josh did the battle theme perfectly. But the fact that we're getting fucking Xenogears love at all made me. I was like, guys, please let this mean we're getting a fucking re-release of that game at some point. But Final Bar looks like there's characters from Final Fantasy 14. There's characters from 15. There's
There
music
should be.
from,
Those are
like,
Final Fantasies, yes.
Chrono Trigger is in there. Chrono Cross is in there.
It's characters from 1, from 2, from 3,
I miss what Derek
4 if
said.
you're nasty.
I said you were saying there's characters from Final Fantasy 14, there's characters from Final Fantasy 15, and I said there should be. Those are Final Fantasy games.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I agree. I agree completely.
There's 5.
I could not be happier.
Being
Is this a
bitchy.
Switch exclusive? I imagine it.
No, I
is,
saw
right?
the.
No, it's
I
coming
think-
to. It's coming to. I know it's. I think it's coming to everything.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I saw like pre-orders for like PS4 up online, so I think it's that time.
Octopath Traveler 2 is weird because Octopath Traveler 2 is releasing on PlayStation alongside the Switch version, but Octopath Traveler 1 never came out on PlayStation.
Yeah.
But 2 is not coming to Xbox, even
But
though
Octopath
1 is
Traveler-
on Xbox.
One's on Game Pass right now, which is hilarious.
You gotta love.
Well, it was like the whole shit for a while with Persona, and like we're gonna have 4 on Steam, we're gonna have 5 on PlayStation. Strikers is on Switch.
And we're gonna put Persona 3 on the M gauge. Like,
I gotta tell you though, like I am so happy that Octopath Traveler found that audience that it did. Because HD 2D, and Josh, I think you'll agree with me, it's one of the coolest things to happen to the industry in a long time. And there's so much potential there, and so I am very happy about Octopath Traveler 2. I'm very happy that Theat Rhythm is getting another chance at life. I know that Curtain Call I love Curtain Call. That was a very popular game. So I am very happy that we're finally getting another Theat Rhythm game. Let's move on to Harvestella. I want to talk
it
briefly
had
about
been
this.
revealed before, and there's
It
been
had,
some
but-
information already from Gamescom?
But we have a demo now.
Yes.
Yes.
And I've played the demo, and Derek, this is your fucking shit exactly. I cannot believe you actually have not played the demo yet. You can go download it on
I'm
Switch
holding
right
out.
now.
I'm saving myself for marriage.
It looks the artwork
Second
is
marriage?
the artwork is stellar. The character design
Harvestella?
It's Harvestella. It's
Wow. That was really fucking bad, Finn.
You had it open. You could have got.
Yeah.
Dorian
not
and check.
tacky.
We've had first marriage. Yes. What about
All right.
second marriage?
Okay,
I'm
hold
not
up. Hold
tacky at all. That's why.
John's not tacky.
Anyway.
Go.
No, I'm not tacky. See, the fuck,
Harvestella
CJ?
looks really
Anyway,
good. It looks
Harvestella
like
is
a
very good.
solid
It's a game we've all
farming
heard
sim
about.
game, but with some
I will
some
s-
good action RPG shit.
I will say there were a lot of farming sims here, from Rune Factory
So
to
many,
and
but it's okay.
I felt really bad for all of them having to share the stage with Harvestella.
Fae Farm.
Like Fae Farm, Rune Factory.
Farm
Yeah,
looks
but I
sweet.
think
Isn't there
story
some
of
farming
season.
shit in that Farious Day Life that they just like shadow
story,
dropped?
but like
Okay.
I
Isn't
think like story of seasons.
tomorrow?
Don't play Various Day Life. And I'm saying this as somebody who loves Square. Don't play Various Day Life.
I'm
It's
sorry.
not
I
good.
know we make a lot of jokes about Square Enix titles, but Various Day Life
That's
Yeah.
like
is
lazy.
a new level of just.
They
not
literally
a good
just picked 2 words and were like, that's fine.
I should have put the word project on there, and it would have
not-
been perfect.
Yeah, like it's not a great
They
name.
dropped the project from Triangle Strategy, okay?
Right.
It is.
It's Triangle Strategy.
There's
They
putting.
also dropped Project from Octopath Traveler.
They're just like, hey, we Japanese employee who speaks a little bit of English. Can you give us 2 words to describe this game?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, sure, what is it? It's a farming sim.
Yeah.
you know what? Speaking of farming
Various Day
sims-
Life. Okay.
Speaking of farming sims, Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life is getting a remake.
Yeah.
I was gonna
as
say, yeah.
Story of Seasons.
Yeah, it's not Harvest Moon anymore.
This is gonna, as a result, be the only good Story of Seasons. Or excuse me. Oh no, wait. Story of Seasons, the good ones.
So hold
Yeah.
on. Why is it Story of Seasons and not
Because
Harvest
the
Moon?
original developer
Natsume
Natsume is going through a different publisher now in the West, and the original publisher maintains the rights to the name Harvest Moon. So, but the series that you know of as Harvest Moon is now retroactively Story of Seasons because they needed a new name for the Western market because
So
they
when
could
Harvest
not
Moon games
they
come
could
out,
not
they're like
continue
these
to
cheap
use the name
shovelware
Harvest
shit.
Moon. So Story of Seasons is Harvest Moon. New games released that are called Harvest Moon, like today, are imitators. It's like a Robotech Macross situation. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
that clears it up completely for
Okay,
me.
fuck. You don't do anime. Shit.
John, the long and short. Okay, here's one for you. You may get. It's like Street Fighter and Art of Fighting.
I don't know what the fuck Art of Fighting is.
So
but
John,
okay.
you know how?
Okay.
So you know
So
how
sometimes there are games and they have different.
You know how?
You know how
in,
Final Fantasy
Japan,
VI was Final Fantasy
VI
III?
is called.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like that, but
Yeah.
it's two separate things.
Basically, if you see anything new called Story of Seasons, it is probably a good farming sim.
Yes.
If you see anything new called Harvest Moon, by and large, I will instantly bet money without looking at the game. It's going to be some shovelware
Yeah.
shit.
All right. Well, I'm completely clear on all of this now.
yeah, Story of Seasons
that's-
is Harvest Moon. Harvest
Here's-
Moon is an imitator.
Okay,
Another-
if you keep going.
Another announcement that I think we were all anticipating a long time ago was GoldenEye 007 on the N64 coming to Nintendo Switch Online with online multiplayer, which the Xbox version is missing.
Bro,
for some
pisses me
reason.
off so
Like,
fucking
what the
much.
fuck
That's
is
very
that?
funny.
Like,
It's
That
very
game is fucking
funny.
garbage single player. What the hell is up with like I why
It has
why
local
can't it-
multiplayer, but
Yeah,
you
but
know.
still, oh yeah, I'll
COVID,
invite
we
my-
can't. Yeah,
Yeah, you guys want to come to my house for like an hour to play GoldenEye
yeah.
on my
Fly to-
4K TV? I guess.
can't wait.
You guys want to come over play GoldenEye? We can go to Blockbuster and rent a VHS.
Straight up.
Look, it's not going
It's
to
because
matter.
the Xbox audience doesn't care about online multiplayer.
Of course.
The Switch
Right.
audience, though.
Especially
All
not with
about it.
first-person shooters.
I'm pre-ordering Modern Warfare 2 on the Nintendo Switch.
Name me one.
Wait, hold on,
Name me
wait,
one
wait,
popular
wait,
online first-person shooter on Xbox.
John,
Exactly,
I'm being
you
sarcastic.
can.
I'm being sarcastic. I'm being sarcastic. I'm being.
So here's the thing about this, right? I am very much looking forward to and the game's still going to be fun. I'm going to have a great time with it, but I'm very much looking forward to people saying, "Oh man, this did not hold up the way I
It
thought
did not
would."
hold up as
It
well.
didn't
Like-
hold up well when it released.
Yeah, like
Gross garbage
It
game.
was great when it released
like-
because it was what we had.
World Design
Yeah.
Enough is a
It's
better
not like
James
we
Bond
had
game.
all these different first-person shooters that you could go deathmatch on a TV at your friend's
Apparently-
house with.
But look,
Apparently,
guys,
Night Dive almost got this remake job. I'm so sad they didn't. Could you imagine
Oh
if
my
fucking
god, a
Night Dive
Night
got to do
Dive
GoldenEye?
port would have been so good.
Yes, it would have been. But
I will say I'm glad it's coming to Rare Replay as like a bonus. You know,
yeah,
it's like if you already own that, that's great. Imagine if DK64 got released on Xbox.
That'd be hilarious.
It'd be fucking hilarious.
Oh, we're
yeah,
gonna find out. We're gonna find. So I'm sorry, CJ, real quick.
Oh, go,
real
fine.
quick. No, real quick. Somebody in chat said it controls like ass on the 64. I just want to point out that the way Jeff holds his N64 controllers, we're gonna find out
can't
that he's
keep
actually
hitting him.
god at that fucking game because of the way he holds an N64 controller.
we cannot keep tossing fireballs at my man Jeff over that N64 controller.
I'm just
That
saying.
man has suffered enough.
being on this podcast.
Yeah.
Right. Jeff,
Can
did you
I-
ever play GoldenEye?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna
I'm
find out
excited
he's gonna
for-
fucking whip your ass at Nightfire.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I don't care about the multiplayer stuff. I'll just play through the campaign again. But it was actually overshadowed for me by the announcement that Pilot Wing 64 is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Oh,
That
I
game
didn't
is
even think
bitchin'.
about that, Jeff.
There's some
Uh,
good 64
I've been
online
waiting
games
so
coming.
long for a port or a way to play this. I'm really waiting for a new game. And initially I was mad. I looked it up. Pilot Wings Resort came out for the 3DS in 2011. So 11 years ago. And I thought that was a long time, but there was actually 15 years between Pilot Wings 64 and Pilot Wings Resort. That was 1996 to 2011.
Okay,
By
so
that
we're holding
math,
at home.
we are just 3 years away from the next Pilot Wings
There you go.
Yeah, Switch
main
2.
entry.
We're due.
on the Switch 2.
I was about to say, it's
On
gonna
the
release
Switch 2, on the
Switch
Switch
2.
Pro.
Can't
That's the
Absolutely.
launch title. That's a launch title right there. Breath of the Wild.
And fucking 1080 snowboarding, which I know has aged
I've-
like shit, but I've
never
not cared.
played it. I'm
care.
actually excited. I'm actually excited for 1080 snowboarding and
Dude,
Excite Bikes.
it's gonna be so fucking bad. It's
Except-
gonna play like molasses.
It's
If we could just get
it's
that-
gonna play terrible, but there is a certain fun there.
Are we gonna? Okay, so Derek, are we gonna end up just playing Mario Party and or sorry, like any of the N64 games you have like emulator, or just gonna play it on Switch now?
I mean, we
Well,
just play
I
it
don't know
on
if they'll
Switch,
be
I
out,
guess.
but
well,
I mean,
that's
we
true.
got
We don't know.
options.
if
Oh
it's
yeah,
out or
when is it
not.
out?
Yeah.
That's what I'm curious.
We don't
Yeah.
know. Like that's
They don't
Um,
have Rampage 2
they-
Universal Tour on the
You're right,
Nintendo
one-
Switch
Which is a
Online.
real problem.
It is a fucking shame, but I
I
digress.
do like that. I love that Nintendo's like holding like fucking ancient games hostage, and they're like, "Well, "Fuck you,
like
fuck
with like
you."
a fucking gun. Like
Yeah, it's like we're not gonna fucking tell you when these old ass games you could easily emulate are coming out.
I'm pretty sure Rampage is Atari's fault, but I
I've got
digress.
2 hot takes with these N64 games.
Hit
that are
me
coming
real quick
out
before
of
we
this
move on to
list.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
One,
We got
Mario
to
Party
Kirby.
3 is the best one of the 3. You can
Agreed,
tell-
for sure.
Okay, it is.
That's not a hot take. That's
Well, no, I know so many people talking about Mario Party 2. Mario Party 3 is the best one.
3's the best.
2, people got excited about Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2
yes.
without having Game Boy games to connect to them.
Not the point.
Yeah, no, they're bad.
Just the
They're
mini game.
going
It's
to
just
be-
the mini
no,
game
but-
collection,
no,
man.
But I get it. But I'm saying that's all it is now. Exactly. That
Well,
was
like,
a
can't
big
you-
part of what made it fun.
Can't you technically? There's no way to play it like.
No,
without,
there
like,
is.
the
What it's going to be is you get rental Pokemon. Like there's preset
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, yes.
Pokemon
Yes.
of every version with preset move lists and stats and everything.
That's how I played it
So
because I was
to a
afraid to
degree-
use my own Pokemon because I
Well-
was worried that I would lose them from the Game Boy cartridge. So
To a degree, like
Man,
there
Derek
is
Young,
still
you was a
something
fucking
there
idiot.
because now it's Jesus. Now it's
Adult
like
me's
a
a fucking
challenge
idiot.
mode of sorts because like now I have this preset library of what to work with instead of the shit I can raise and come up with. But like a big part of that was not just importing your shit, but also things like the rewards, getting back Surfing Pikachu, getting back Amnesia Psyduck, getting back shit like that. Gone. And it just that's why I was looking. I was like, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna try and do some sort of we're gonna drop Gen 1 and 2 on there and add connectivity thing. But if they don't, it's like, I mean, cool. It's
However,
there. I'm not gonna say no.
Maybe they'll do
but
an
it's
SP release of like with like a bunch of like stuff.
They will have that Venusaur that looks like he's high out of his mind, though.
Hell yeah.
the one
Yes,
that's always
dude.
like
No, he look, he
No,
had,
the
like,
one,
red eyes
the
and
one that's
everything.
like bloodshot red eye. Venusaur.
so
When you smell that Zaza,
there are
hit the silly
two
sage.
more like
Two more-
Weedasaur. Am I right?
two more quick Nintendo things, and we'll move on to PlayStation real
Womp
quick.
womp.
In a very
Uh,
SDGC fashion, we spent more than half the runtime just on a Nintendo Direct.
Well, it happens.
it's fine.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
Fucking go, baby.
no.
Listen, Kirby fans are eating on this fucking console.
really
They're like,
are.
yeah, listen, fuck F-Zero, fuck Metroid, fuck 1080.
We better
fuck
get Kirby
Excite
Air
Bike.
Ride next year, though.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, that was
Or
so
a new
good.
It's-
Kirby
It's
racing
the
game.
anniversary next year. And they made it sound like there's more coming for the
We got-
anniversary. Air Ride,
We got
motherfuckers.
how
Air
many,
Ride
how
2.
many, how many like small scale Kirby games we got? We got that weird fighting one.
Dream Buffet.
Dream Buffet, we'll get like an Air Ride or like a successor to Air Ride, like a racing game or something. But holy shit, Return to Dreamland's one of the few games I like, mainline like Kirby games I haven't played. That like as far as home console ones, I am so excited. I am
Yeah, and
so-
it's a classic Kirby game.
Oh my
so
God, I'm so
excited about
Excellent
that.
game.
one of the few freaks who likes Star Allies, and everyone's like, no, this game's
I
too
like
basic.
Star
Allies.
I love
Great.
it. That's
I
one of my
like Star
favorites.
Allies.
This is great.
That-
I've
okay.
100%ed that game more than once.
I had
I
that
didn't
game
think it was
in
as-
my.
It's not as good as Planet Robobot, but it's great. Like
I never
it's a
played
great
Planet
fucking
Robot because I never owned a 3DS. I never owned a 3DS. Like, I could-
Robobot is
Is
incredible.
phenomenal.
I'm sure. I know.
It's
I
the
wish
best
they would.
Kirby game.
I'm sure now that like they're gonna gauge how well this port does. I assume like this re-release because this is the Wii
Yeah.
one, right? They'll probably release like a 3DS collection similar to like Superstar. They'll probably do like a Robobot. What's the other one?
Triple Deluxe.
Triple Deluxe.
Robobot
maybe
is one of the best showcases for the 3DS in terms of just like that 3D. Like it's
Mhm.
fucking wild.
But I'm so
Um,
excited for like I love again like we got Star Allies, we got this new one, the last one that was released this year, the 3D platform.
Forgotten Land.
Forgotten Land. Oh my god, I love it. I
Fucking
love that
love that
Nintendo's
game.
like Nintendo's like, oh fuck it, we don't have handhelds anymore, so we're just gonna dump every single Kirby game we can on this like on our new console. It makes me so happy because I genuinely love these games to death.
And what one quick thing that I thought was going to be there and wasn't was a new Mario game. I was convinced we were going to see either a new 2D or 3D Mario. I believe we have been. This is the longest period of time we've been between like big Mario games, because I mean it's been 5 years now, and I'm really
Let it be
wondering
longer.
what's
I
going
want a
on
new
with that.
3D Donkey Kong.
I'm guessing it's going to be next holiday.
Derek, no.
Yes.
No, here's the thing.
Yes.
No, listen, something's
Yeah.
wrong in 2D. Listen, leave that. Like, I would, in a perfect world, Retro would stop working on Metroid Prime 4 right now and make
You
it.
don't finish
listen,
that
listen to me.
sentence.
Listen to me.
Oh, 100%. I don't care.
TJ,
no,
you are not
listen.
legally allowed to finish this sentence.
Listen.
Donkey Kong
Derek,
65.
Justin, hear me out.
No, don't,
Derek. Derek,
me out.
no, Derek, don't put that out.
Listen,
Donkey
hear
Kong
me out.
69.
Donkey Kong 420. Because they said it'll run at 420p on the Switch channel. No, but like straight up, I would much rather. I love Donkey Kong to death. Like I would sacrifice either one of you for a new DKC game, but I would much prefer a 3D Mario for like you know what I'm saying. I would prefer like an Odyssey 2.
Wait, you'd sacrifice Derek and Justin? Like,
No, I
He'll
think
let
it's
you
one
think
of
about
you
which
guys.
two he means.
one of us.
One of you guys. Not yet.
Wow.
Not Justin. I get it. You're mad. Hey, but yeah, you're safe. You're safe.
That's cold blooded.
You're
All right,
safe.
let's
You
move
know
on to
what? If you got to
PlayStation,
kill
'cause
me in the coming race war, I get it. Like,
let's move on to Jesus.
Very
Christ.
hawk of you. Very hawk of you.
Let's move on to PlayStation, because I know that there is something here that Derek is dying to talk
this
about.
was a really, really good
This was a week for
20-minute state of play.
20
There was
minutes,
some,
man. 20 minutes packed.
yeah,
to the
packed with
brim.
good shit.
Eric, go ahead and talk about Like a Dragon Ishin. Go ahead.
I
know you
mean,
wanna talk about it.
fuck.
That's
I don't
awful.
know that
Dude.
I'm gonna have time to fucking play it.
Oh my god.
There's too many
You're-
Like a Dragon games coming out, but this
you're
looks
gonna
so
play
good,
it.
and I'm so happy.
Ishin?
Yeah, I'm so happy they're
Ishin?
they're remaking
Sorry,
it.
go ahead.
Like, because it's been. When did this first come out on PS3? Only
And it
in
was
Japan.
never localized, right? Like,
No.
this is the
No.
first time it's
No.
coming west.
Oh man, I'm so happy.
So this game, I actually had I had heard of the Yakuza series, but I hadn't really seen anything from it. And my first actual introduction to the series was there was a big article about Ishin in a gaming magazine. I was reading as a kid, and I'm like, wow, this looks amazing. And then it never came to the West.
Yeah.
So I never got to play this game that I thought was really cool. And so now that it's getting a remake, I'm super happy because I could finally play this game. I saw
Fucking
as
feudal Yakuza.
that
It's so
I
funny,
remember
though.
from as a kid, this looks so cool, and then it never
It's so
came
funny
out.
because my only exposure to Yakuza before playing it was fucking Dead Souls in an article. So now, that's it.
I like Dead Souls.
should
I'll
release
stand
that.
up for that one.
Should release
Remake
it.
that in Unreal Engine 5. Let's
Oh,
fucking
hell
go.
yeah, bro.
Did they state-
It's getting remade, but is it gonna get dubbed in English? Or do you think it's staying Japanese completely? I'm
That's
curious.
a good question.
I don't know why they'd redub it, right? Like they want to keep it as
Well,
as
they did
authentic
with
as possible, I would imagine.
They did with
But
Like
the
a Dragon.
Dragon
so,
Dragon
Right.
and,
I was about to
and
say-
Judgment.
Judgment, all that. I think since they're remaking it, I would actually give credence to that.
With all the money?
But unless they're just dumping the original audio file onto the game and they're like,
Right.
fuck it, let's not do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just Sega lately, at least RGG Studios has been putting their foot in a lot of the
Sega's
shit
giving
they've
them
been
money,
doing.
so
They're doing work.
It's so good
On
to
the
see
Yakuza
Sega
games.
back a AAA game. You know how good it is that isn't Sonic. I don't think you guys it's
Yeah.
so good. It's so good to see them at the top of their game, but with something else.
That and Atlas.
Oh shit! Yes.
Remember,
yeah. Look,
Atlas is a leg of them too.
Someone tweeted because I tweeted oh, it's so cool that Sonic and Yakuza are the forefront of Sega's big they're big, and someone said oh yeah, this is basically PS2 GameCube era Sega. It's now they got what they have JRPGs with Atlas, they have platforms. We got a good Monkey Ball game last year.
Yeah, we did.
They're back, the greatest publisher in the world, baby. My ride or die.
You and Charlotte both agree.
No. Did they say why they're did they give a reason why they're shifting to Like a Dragon as this?
Presumably just because Like a
precursor?
Dragon did so fucking well.
And also, it's
that-
not about Yakuza anymore. Technically, they're kind of
Yeah.
moving away.
Well, but I'm saying
and
that
just to-
one was called Yakuza Ishin, and now they're bringing it over here as Like a Dragon Ishin. And it's like,
they said it's just to match up with the Japanese name.
I was
just
going
what the
to ask,
Japanese title means.
this isn't turn-based, is it?
No,
Like,
No, it's
No.
not.
Ishin
It's a brawler.
isn't. 8 is
Yakuza
going-
Of the
8 is. Okay.
Of the 3 games they announced, only 8 is going to be turn-based.
well,
'Cause the other-
Ishin and the man who erased his name are both going to be action-based.
didn't they say that all the mainline Yakuza games going forward are going to be turn-based RPGs?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, but this is a
Yeah,
spin-off.
that's 2
spin-off.
spin-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because,
no,
like,
no, I know,
technically-
I know. I'm just talking about the main game,
Ishin-
like the
Ish-
main.
Ishin is like
Yeah.
you're not technically playing as like Kiryu. You know, it's like them.
It's his
role-playing-
ancestor.
Or no,
Oh,
it's like
they're
them.
right.
No, it's like them role playing as like real Japanese figures, which is like the funniest aspect of
Oh.
that game. Like you're playing as like, okay, he's like this guy who looks like Kiryu, and there's like this guy that looks like Majima, but they're like actually real Japanese historical figures.
Right.
It's like the greatest idea ever, and I'm pissed that it never came to the West until now.
We got. But
There was
like,
one game I want to mention from the State of Play.
There was
that I
3
thought looked-
really cool. Like to me,
Really
the state of play was Yakuza Ishin. It was Tekken 8,
Oh man, Tekken.
beautiful,
Woo!
but there's nothing to say about it. It's just very pretty, and we'll see more later. And then there were these 3 cool standalone games, and I presume you're about to talk about one of them.
Yeah,
Sounds like it.
Pacific Drive.
Oh, there was that too. That looks so
This game
weird.
looks
I almost
cool
forgot
as
about this.
Fuck. Like it is a horror game set or a horror survival game set in the Pacific Northwest in like this like zone of the country that's been like walled off like for the government to do experiments on, and like you have this old station wagon that like you upgrade and like
Kitted
that's
out
like
fucking
your base.
Griswold's vacation station wagon.
So you're driving this station wagon like through this like cursed, haunted, like closed off quarantine zone of the Pacific Northwest, like trying to like salvage stuff and upgrade it and stuff. It looks really, really cool.
Yeah. I need to I both want to see more about this game, but also they've already
nothing
got
else.
me, and I kind of want to go in
Right.
as blind as possible.
It's one of those types of games you're like, I don't want to know more. Let me experience it.
Yeah, Pacific Drive looks dope as fuck. So I kind of want to rapid fire through people's reactions to these 3 kind of weird standalone action games that got announced.
Sure.
The first of them was that Sin Duality from
would like to
Bandai
respond to
Namco.
that.
That's the mecha one. That's the one.
I'm actually really interested in that.
Look, it's a game. It's just an action game where you're in a mech the whole time. So you've
But the
got
thing
me.
is, it looks like that's one. It looks like from what they were seeing, there's going to be online multiplayer with other people.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've played Scarlet Nexus.
Yeah.
Bandai Namco makes some
Bamco puts money into these
good
games, dude.
fucking action games.
Anything
Like-
that isn't an anime game, they'll put money.
Like
Yeah.
solid, well-made mechanics that are really, really fun to play and just feel viscerally good.
Bamco
so
don't
I saw
fuck
this and I'm
around.
like, I'm interested. I'm in
Didn't
it.
they also say that like the mech designs are being done by like one of the main Gundam designers from the past few years?
Could be. They've
I would
cycled through
assume.
some directors in the Gundam, or some mech designers in the Gundam franchise, but I love the designs on these mechs. They're very like, they're very Lost Planet. Actually, is kind of the vibes I get out of them.
That's a very
in
accurate.
a lot of ways. But yeah, like you don't get a good feeling of the gameplay much from this, but the vibes and knowing that it is a Bandai Namco produced like original third-person action shooter, is like, you got me.
I'm in it.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
It's
I'm
only
right
a
there
little
with you.
anime horny, but like, that's
That's okay. One of the other 3 action
Yeah,
games.
this-
that we're gonna talk
the
about
second
is
one,
more than enough to
Stellar
make up for
Blade
it.
is extremely anime horny. Now, this was at the Stellar Blade was at an earlier state of play when it was just called Project Eve. And
It was hornier there.
I remember making fun of it because I was like, we have Nier Automata at home. But like, I'm going to be honest with you, this rebrand to Stellar Blade and like the actual like more extended look at gameplay, I think I like this game now. I think I want this game.
I didn't know you didn't like it before.
I was making so much fun of it, dude. It was like
When
looked
it was
like
still Project, it was very generic.
yeah.
It was very like
it was
yeah.
very we want to tap into horny fans of Nier Automata, otherwise known as all Nier fans.
Right.
But like this
and also the
looks-
creator.
Yeah, this looks fun. Like, this looks fun to play. This looks like it's a solid ass action game. It's probably gonna be nonsensical, horny anime nonsense still, but looks like it'll be a blast to play.
So it doesn't look like Xenoblade 2 levels of nonsensical, horny anime.
No.
So that's
fine.
Yeah.
It's like baseline new season of anime, 3 out of 8 shows level of horny, right? Like, it's kind of just what you expect going in.
Why is that such an accurate, like, quantifiable, like,
I'm almost, that's
number?
gotta be the exact number.
Yeah.
Like, no, like,
Season 2 of My Hero Academia.
I'm not even just making fun of the fact that Derek pulled those numbers out. I'm just like, why did that just be like, yeah, that makes sense?
Real number.
Why did I accept
We all just
it?
Because
accept
I
that actual
spoke-
number like there was a
because-
study.
Frustrated ongoing anime fan who actually checks out everything new every season, but doesn't have the energy for all the fucking horny shit. Like, that's just in my face 24/7 in anime. So I just spoke from the heart and you felt that truth. And then we have, I think, really the one that caught most people's attention was that Rise of the Ronin from Team Ninja.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I think it
Team
looks sick
Ninja.
as hell.
Sony's like, hey, here's a good samurai game that's gonna come out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Team
Yeah.
Ninja knows how to make a fucking game.
This looks
They-
sick as hell.
They did Neo.
Yeah, they did
yes.
Neo. They did
Okay.
the Neo games. Obviously Ninja Gaiden, but yeah, just like mwah. See, I thought it was going to be like I thought at first it was going to be like, "Oh, this is going to be like the new Dynasty Warriors," and then it was in Japan and somebody was like, "Is it Samurai Warriors?" And I was like, "No, because they always start a new generation of Musou games with Dynasty Warriors with China. So this is not." And then they showed Team Ninja, and I was like, "This is not Omega
I thought
Force."
it was like a new Neo. Like,
So I
that's
was
what
like, "We're
assumed
in for
first.
some shit." I thought I remembered that Team Ninja did announce that they were doing a new, not Neo, set in Japan action game. I could swear I've heard about this before.
It's one that's like Chinese, ancient China, not Japanese.
Oolong one.
Well, but this
Oolong.
was Team Ninja. I thought, no, maybe they did. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they announced that. I think it was at like one of the last Xbox conferences
Yeah,
that
but,
they're doing one in China, and I think that's scheduled to release like next year, and then this is the following year.
Yeah, but like this just looks sick as fuck, and I'm so excited for this. It's easily the thing at the show that I think hit for the most people, right? That people weren't like expecting.
Oh yeah. Specifically weren't expecting, because there's one we're circling around.
This is
that
the one
everyone knew was coming.
the not God of War thing out of the
Right.
state of play that's going to be like popular, I think.
Yeah. I think that one's gonna hit.
But I do want to give a shout out to Sony. The way that they ended with God of War, they were like, we have one last thing, and then they
Fucking
started doing
controller.
God of War stuff, and then it was the controller, and I was like, I even said on stream, I was like, if you ended this state of play with a fucking controller, I'm going to fight you.
I would have respected them more if they would have done that. They're just like, here, fuck
it
you.
would have
Like,
been
fuck you.
so much funnier.
You freaks. Here, have that. Here, take
Yeah.
this. No, it's like they just show like the logo. No, like they mentioned Spider-Man 2 offhand, and that's it. That's how they end it.
But like, we didn't need another trailer for God of War. Like, we're probably almost all buying it, right? Like, there's nobody
for
left
sure.
to convince about
I
God
literally,
of War Ragnarok.
I didn't watch the trailer because I want to just go in.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Brit is not buying it. Like, she very clearly is not a God of War fan.
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
resident God of War fan.
I will gladly game share it with my cousin. I will happily.
Also,
I'll take it from his account.
shout out to Odin being played by Michael Schiff from The West Wing. I was like,
I
fuck,
missed
I know.
that.
I was like,
I
fuck,
tuned
I
the
know
trailer
that
out.
voice.
I didn't want to.
But
Yeah,
what's funny
so.
is that my wife watches West Wing like religiously because like she loves that show.
Oh, her too.
And
So does Martha.
I was walking through the living room the other day. I was like, oh, I hear Odin.
Fucking liberals.
Like, wow, Odin. Oh wait, it's Michael Schiff. But yeah. And when does that come out? October or November 8th?
November 9th.
Yeah.
November 9th.
Same day as
That was
Sonic
close.
Frontiers, baby.
Wow.
Which is just such.
which to choose? What's a pick?
Okay,
Can I say
listen.
because of
No,
that,
you-
it really feels like Sega was like, we know we're gonna get fucked on a 3D Sonic either way. That there are gonna
What
be
would I
people
go
saying. No,
Listen,
that
okay,
there are going to be people
yeah,
who are
you
like,
guys
this game
joke.
sucks no matter
guys-
what. So
you
they give
guys-
it like we can't, we could always blame that.
You
Yeah.
guys joke, but again, I want you like to think about it.
Sonic
There are
fans
two-
are different, man. They're built
No,
fucking
there's a-
different.
will
There's a Sonic game and a Sony exclusive released the same day. All right, which one am I gonna like be focused on? That you guys really got to think about that for a second.
Yeah,
Like,
you-
Oh, not
really
just you.
think-
I would go as
course.
far as say I wouldn't be shocked if Sonic Frontiers as a whole. I'm gonna say this hot take: if Sonic Frontiers as a whole outsold God of War,
Well, yeah, 'cause it's on, like,
a
4
big
different consoles. But it's on,
and
like, it's on
Sonic is
different-
a big fucking name.
Sonic Solos,
I don't
he can
know.
beat every single PlayStation character straight up. He's
Yes.
Super Sonic straight up.
Are we gonna get into power scaling?
Here.
Yes, power scale. We're gonna get the power scaler for Kratos.
Okay, exactly.
We're out of time, but I just need to say I've never played a Sonic game, and I watched Sonic 2 a couple weeks ago, and my wife and I just disassociated when he went fucking Super Saiyan. We're like, what?
It's okay. So technically, it's Super Sonic. No.
What-
look,
what- is
Super
this like
Sonic.
trade
You
Treyarch,
had no
like, how can they
idea that
legally
was
do
a
this?
thing, and it just happened.
Jeff, I want you to
Oh.
understand. Think about this. I'm not saying Sonic ripped off Dragon Ball Z, but I'm saying a warrior from some unknown planet protects the world with a group of his friends who fight very similarly to him from
Silver's
some weird
basically
mechanic
Trunks.
threat.
Oh my God,
And
it's
he
the same
uses
show.
7 orbs
Oh my
of
God.
power
It's the
to
same
turn
fucking
into a
thing.
golden-haired
Jeff, it gets
super
worse.
form.
It gets worse. Like they have a Trunks ripoff too in Sonic 06.
No,
They do.
no, they
Silver's-
fucking
they
don't.
do.
Yeah.
So
They do.
Silver's Trunks.
Silver comes from the future to the past.
Oh my God.
Because they
know
already
what
had
any
the
of this
Vegeta
means.
ripoff that even became a
Do
party
they have
member.
like
so.
fucking
Shut up.
androids and shit in there
So,
later?
okay,
Yeah.
all right, we're
Actually,
gonna end it like this. We're gonna end like this. I don't know what any of this means. What I do know is that Jeff said in chat, just pictured a DBZ style John Derek fusion, and now I'm going to have nightmares. I don't know what that means, but it sounds bad.
well,
You're just
I'll
gonna
be-
get
oh my
fucking.
God.
You're just gonna get shorter.
Jared.
a short guy with like the worst opinions you'll ever hear.
A short guy who's really buff with awful opinions.
Nobody will fucking like that
My
person.
question is, will they be named Dawn or Jarek?
They'll be.
I brought it up
Yeah.
because someone in chat, someone in chat
Viscerally
wrote
bad.
what was it?
Viscerally fucking
Yeah.
bad.
Also, I know everyone here is on board with this. For the game we're all absolutely agreeing we're not going to fucking talk about. Instead of talking about it, can we just say fuck turfs?
Yeah, fuck turfs. Literally,
well-
when it came up as I was live streaming, I cut away from
I
the stream
straight up-
and turned the volume down, and I was like, "We're just gonna chat for a while while
My
we're doing
boys had
this."
gotten out of school and they wanted to watch with me, and so they're sitting right here watching with me. And I had the way we had the sound up, I had that on it, and I went, and I'm gonna go to a different page here. And they're like, "Why
Yeah.
are you popping off?" I'm like, "Because we're not getting this game, and I don't even need you to see the trailer because we're not fucking playing it." And we
Yeah.
just kept moving.
Yep.
Bottom line is, if
Fuck
if you're gonna-
turfs.
if you're gonna pick that shit up, I'll do my best not to judge you, but no promises.
Trans
I'll
trans
judge you.
folks.
No fucking
are-
promises.
Go pick
Look,
up Sonic Frontiers
I'm not gonna
instead.
Go
judge
buy
you
Sonic
for.
Frontiers.
I'm not gonna judge you for playing the game, but like you got better choices, and don't fucking like advertise
announce it.
Don't carry water for it. You know what I mean? Like that's a big thing. It's so frustrating. Like here's the deal: consumption. You're not signing off on every single thing that the creator of these things. I get it. No ethical consumption under capitalism. Fucking whatever.
Yeah, but,
like
yeah.
you can have problematic faves and enjoy things that you know are like not great on some level or multiple levels, and that's fine. But like when you make that a proud part of your personality, or you like broadcast that shit, not just say it, but like broadcast, advertise, carry water for.
That's like posting like a screen. That's like me posting a screenshot of like a Travis Scott song I'm listening to. It's
Yeah.
like no, like you
Here's my thing. And we'll end on this. The reason that I have such disdain towards this game, and I'm speaking as a straight cis white guy,
Because fuck
is
turfs.
but a large
Fuck
part of our
jowling,
community-
cowling,
Hold
rowling.
on. A large part of our community are trans. Like we have strong
We have a
representation in a
huge
SDGC
queer
with
chunk in our
these-
community.
we do, and I consider them all of them. feel vaguely responsible for protecting our community, and you know, I feel responsible for you, and anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, I'm not cool with.
Yeah, we're not covering that shit.
Anything
Fuck
anything that makes you feel like less of a person, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't want it in our community. I don't want it in our Discord. I don't want it on our podcast. And that's just the bottom line. Like, it's just not worth it. Not worth it at all to me. And that's the way it's always going to be here. So yeah. So it Harry Berry in the School of Problematic Wizards. Jesus. Fuck that shit. If it makes any member of our community feel uncomfortable or less of a person, then none of us want any part of it here. So we are 5 minutes past our time here, so we'll go ahead and start to wrap up. Don't forget, guys, we have a big October coming up. The October 22nd, we're kicking off 2 days of 12-hour streaming in support of it's in support of abortion funds. But what's the actual
it's going to be the National Network of Abortion Funds.
That's it.
I need to double check. Back when I decided on that was the go-to, and I need to double check that they are still kosher and that somehow nothing happened. So like. But like, long story short, we're gonna raise hopefully a few $1,000s for abortion funds here in late October. I have a wheel that's gonna spin and pick games for us to play. All 7 of us are gonna be in one place for the first time. A couple of us are gonna be high as fuck. It's gonna be a great time.
I won't be high as fuck, unfortunately.
I will be drunk as fuck.
I'll be drunk as fuck.
I will be confessing like my love for you guys, and like I am a very emotional drunk.
It's gonna be a love fest.
What the fuck?
For sure.
I'll confess my fucking love for you now. I don't need to be drunk. I love you, CJ.
John, let's keep professional, please. Anyway.
Let's
all right.
Our good friend Josh, as always. Josh, Josh, you're like a family member on this podcast, but just in case anybody can't find you, and just in case anybody in chat doesn't know where to find you, where can they?
Just in case these fucking idiots aren't already.
They got real aggressive there. Hi, my name's Josh. I go by Anoriand. I'm funny sometimes. You can find me on twitter.com/AnoriandGD, often poking fun at British people. Like, sure, because of the Queen too, but
they
deserve
just
it.
Because it's fine. They're British. They don't have rights.
You can find me on twitch.tv/Anoriand. I do a lot of game streaming. I do old games. I do new games. I do all kind of stuff. And lately, we started a new actual play, what John mentioned way earlier. Every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, it's a Final Fantasy Tactics inspired actual play called A Tale of Two Lions. We're 3 episodes in. We've gotten a lot of really great support, a lot of really great reviews. People really seem to be liking it. I randomly have gotten hundreds of views on YouTube for no goddamn reason on the video archives, which is awesome. So yeah.
A good reason. You're great.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, I haven't touched that YouTube channel in months because I haven't been able to make content. And it's just like, boom, here's way more views than you're used to, even when you were making stuff. And I was like, okay, yeah. So I'm not complaining, though. So yeah, check it out. I hope you have it.
And also, we had some new people in chat tonight. They're still here. So can we get a Discord link in chat? We have a Discord link with almost 400 people now. We at SDGC, I mean, our Discord is bigger than the podcast almost. Like SDGC is more than a podcast. We are a community, and we value you. We also specifically value positivity, inclusivity, and mental well-being. So come to our Discord for all the wholesome talk and all the piss memes that Pillnock is bringing in there now. I'm
gonna set Pisscord up as a Nightbot command. That's gonna happen.
No, oh my God, Derek! Wow.
So, by the way, I just on that note,
now.
So wait, I just want to tell this story. So I was scrolling through the Discord very briefly, at my new job.
Gone for a day or two and came back.
And I definitely think that one of my coworkers saw me looking at a screen with just a minion shouting piss like 6 times in a row, like on the screen.
Dude, let me tell you about the first time Christine looked over and I had Rara's fucking emoji ass. Oh my God.
This gigantic, fucking thick, juicy, animated ass.
Like I was looking at people shit posting about piss in chat, and I heard Jeff say, "Let me tell you about the time Christine saw me," and I thought he was going to say like piss for the first time or something. Like it was, Like my mind went to a really weird place. So let's now here comes the raw ass in chat. So let's take this shit off. Everybody, thank you. So we had a good solid crowd chat tonight. We appreciate you all being here. Join our Discord. We got good shit. Be excited about our big Jesus Christ, Pollock. Be excited about our big charity stream where all of us are going to be in the same room for the first time ever starting October 22nd. We love you all. And remember, kindness costs nothing. Take care of each other. We'll see you next week. You fucking people.